In this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to obtain a digital elevation model from the web using the National Map Viewer. Now, the first step in doing this is to obtain an area of interest referred to as an AOI. For this particular example, we are going to use an area of interest related pertaining to the Malibu, California area. The first step in obtaining an AOI is to make sure that your boundary is identified. This is very important so that when you go back to the National Map Viewer or go back to another area on the web where you want to obtain data for this specific study area or area of interest, is that you're using the exact same boundary each time for consistency. So to do that, the first step is to right-click. I have ArcGIS open. I'm going to right-click on Layers and go to Layer Properties. In Layer Properties for Coordinate System, I'm going to select Global Coordinate System WGS84. If this is not available to you, go into your Geographic Coordinate System folder and scroll down to World and scroll down to WGS84. I'm just going to select the basic one and I'm going to hit Apply and OK. This sets this entire data frame to geographic so that down here our coordinates are registered in decimal degrees. I gave you a Malibu boundary. You will not have this necessarily for your particular area of interest when you apply this to on your own. But I'm going to just bring this in so that I can now bring in a base map. So if I pull down this Add Base Map, and I add imagery or imagery with labels, now my study area is zoomed into the Malibu location. For those of you who do not have, when you repeat this lab on your own and don't have Malibu, you could just bring in the globe, bring in a base map and zoom to your area of interest. The reason for doing this now is to make sure that we create a bounding box that has location, lower left coordinates and upper right coordinates in decimal degrees where my cursor is circling. So to do that, you want to make sure that you have your drawing tool. So if you don't have your drawing tool here, if you right click and select Draw, and now we're going to create a rectangle around our study area. So I'm just going to create a box around my study area, and that creates a graphic box. If I symbolize this by double-clicking, I symbolize the graphic box with no color, and I make the outline something visible and apply. Now I can move my box around and see where what area it's covering. And I'm happy now that this box encompasses the elevation of the area that I want to obtain from the web. So now what I want to do, and this is very important for when you repeat this on your own, this is just a graphic and you need to convert this graphic to a shapefile. So in your drawing tools here under Drawing, select Convert Graphics to Features. And I am going to save this with a meaningful name to a meaningful location in my DEM folder, and I will call it Malibu AOI. I guess I have one called that already. I will call it Malibu AOI V2 just for the purposes of this lab. Okay, so now I have my Malibu AOI, and when I bring it in as a shapefile, it takes on the characteristics of the symbology that I've assigned to the graphic. See how I have these blue, I still have my graphic here. I want to delete the graphic, so I'm just going to delete it. And now I have a shapefile. So I have a shapefile for my Malibu AOI. Now what you want to do is hover your cursor. See where my pointer is? I'm hovering my cursor on the lower left bounding box. And look, I'm going to move my cursor now. Watch this right here where it says decimal degrees. You want to record this corner as your lower left corner. So you want to record the values minus 118.95 is longitude and 33.996 is latitude. Now you move your cursor to the upper right, and the upper right coordinate is minus 118.562 in longitude and 34.113 in latitude. And those are the coordinates of your bounding box that you can now use consistently when you go to obtain a digital elevation model or another data set from the web. So I will see you in the next video, and once you have the bounding box for your particular study area, join me in the next video.